Well, Britney Spears will be back in court Tuesday. That's when a temporary restraining order against a once trusted member of her inner circle ends. At one time, Sam Lutfi described himself as Spears' manager, but Spears' camp says that was never the case, calling him a, quote, parasite who pretended to have a professional relationship with the pop star. Under a temporary order granted earlier this month, Lutfi was ordered to stay at least 200 yards away from the singer. He was also ordered not to make disparaging public statements about Spears or even her family. Prosecutor Latonia Hines joins me now. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. Let's talk about the process. Is it very difficult? Is it a challenge to even obtain a restraining order?
Sometimes it is, but it's all fact-driven. It's about what's going on in this situation with this person that you feel that you might have some type of issue with this person, that you are scared of this person, or you fear that there might be some imminent harm to you. However, what's happened is that it hasn't actually happened yet. And so it's not risen to the level of a criminal charge. So when you're getting a temporary restraining order, it's not a criminal type of procedure. You're going and it's kind of almost like a civil action. You get this out there to make this person aware that you're telling them legally, do not bother me, do not come near me. And if they do that, then if that's being able to be proven, you call a police officer, they know that you have that restraining order against that person, they can go ahead and arrest that person because they are now in violation of that.
So in Spears' case, she already had a restraining order in the past, and now there's one that's currently active up until Tuesday, and she would have to get another. I mean, is this a process that victims would have to keep doing over and over?
Yes, because you've got to prove that the danger or the concern that you have is still ongoing. Okay. It's not necessarily that it's permanent. Now, there's sometimes we have permanent restraining orders, and those come into things like a stalking charge. Some states allow for you to have, after somebody's been convicted, a permanent restraining order. But for the purposes of what she's got here, she's got to go back to court and say that the issue is still maintains.
What are some of the types of things a restraining order would cover, and how strong do you think they hold water? I mean, a lot of people will say, it's just a piece of paper. You know, what do you say to that?
It is a piece of paper, and that's the unfortunate part about if somebody truly wants to do you harm, they may do you harm anyway because of that paper, no matter if you have the paper, but the paper puts them on legal notice that if they go and they violate, if they come anywhere near you, that they can be in some trouble, and that's the benefit of having that there. The paper itself doesn't stop the person, but it puts them on notice and makes it a little bit harder if they actually do violate that and it comes to court.
So per se, if they were to show up and violate that restraining order, you know, obviously they'd have a much broader case because they're kind of a check mark against their name already.
Correct. And then it might go into other types of criminal charges such as things like stalking, harassing communications, those type of things which lead to more things where the person could actually be put on probation or put in jail because of the actions that they keep doing towards you.
Excellent information this morning. Latonia Hines, thank you so much.
You got it.